You know, there's a difference between the Sharia and fiqh.
Yes. Okay. Right.
So the Sharia is a divine law. It's the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Yeah.
Fiqh is a human interpretation to understand the divine law. And that's why there's difference of opinion, like whether it's allowed for one person, this particular individual, to take a second wife. For one person, it might be allowed, another person might be haram.
Right.
And that depends on the facts and the circumstances. He's giving his opinion based on the information at hand, but it still doesn't have the full picture. Do you understand what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
But I'm saying when we speak about ethics and morals, because generally people, when they think about ethics and morals, that's the right thing to do. That's the best thing to do.
Yes.
But when they talk about Islamically, they look at the bare minimum, the default legalistic perspective. But when you talk about the Sharia is linked to the ethical and moral thing. What would when you said a beautiful thing when we were speaking yesterday? You gave a scenario. Nazir gave a scenario, and then you gave it two scenarios. We don't need to talk about that particular example, but you mentioned, what would the Prophet have done, sallallahu alaihi wasallam? So not what would this scholar say, not what the fatwa, not what this maybe sheikh or this, even maybe some companion. What would the Prophet, peace be upon him, have done? That should be the benchmark. Then if we're
that
looking,
should be the standard.
That should be the standard. If we're looking at things from that perspective, it's very different.
Yeah.
But we're looking at it like, but this scholar that I respect
that
gave me
brings
this
in the
fatwa.
maqasid. That
Maqasid.
brings in the essence of the book.
And then you also got to look at his gentleness. Because Nabi Sallallahu over and above was gentle.
This clip is sponsored by RS Personnel. Contact them for your talent and recruitment needs.